Sunny TV Unfiltered. Well, it ain't actually Sunny TV Arsenal, no, isn't it? This is the name was changed. Just go show how bored I am tonight. Basically, it was Portsmouth 0, Arsenal 2. Arsenal are as pleasing on the eye as cataracts when you watch them nowadays. No, that's how pleasing on the eye we are. And Arsenal need surgery, just as you do if you've got cataracts. Awful performance. Second half it got better, but apart from that, it wasn't great.
Yeah, really slow, man.
Wax, what's your assessment of the game, mate? And basically, Arteta's team selection. What did you think when that came through? Because for me, after Thursday's horror show, I would have played the same players, to be honest with
you. Yeah, I mean, because it's the only cup that we can win. I mean, I would have put out a stronger team, but we got the job done. I was a bit skeptical when I see the initial selection. I was unsure for why Socrates was playing right back and we had Maitland-Niles on the bench. That was surprising, but I mean, Socrates got the goal for us. So, but yeah, I was a bit unsure at first. And apart from the 2 goals, the game was really dead, to be honest. Like,
I mean, Mate Knowles, he came on the 91st minute. What's he done? Has he nicked Arteta's wallet out his lovely straws out?
This is what I'm saying. I'm really surprised, and this is what I even said on the watch along. I was like, why is he bringing him on in the 90th minute or the 91st minute? And like everyone's saying, prior to him being dropped, he was playing well. He looked like he was a different Maitland-Niles. What happened? I've read some reports that did say, obviously it's down to training. Maitland-Niles has lost his attitude in training or something like that, apparently. But yeah, I don't know, man. Really strange one, to be honest.
You know what? If Maitland-Niles has lost his hunger in training, and they play as they do now, and you can't get into this, he must be shocking. He must be shocking in training. Melvin, Adrian, mate, you right?
Yeah, good, thanks.
We're on the road to Wembley.
Yeah, yippee. Tonight's game, I mean, first of all, I think he changed it completely, which I was shocked about. From one game to another, he didn't show any respect. He got away with it because we won, but had we got beat, he would have put himself under a lot of pressure, I felt. He had too many players that really, it was like not a practice game, it was like a game to prove yourself. And none of them really stepped up to the plate. The only one I thought was good, obviously, was Martinelli. He was a class above them. But Portsmouth, once they didn't score in the first 30 minutes, because they were just trying to kick rubbish out of us, once that didn't work, then obviously then we got the goal and that broke them. They didn't know what to do after that.
Exactly. But basically, second half, there was definitely a big change in quality. We've got Marble Hall TV with us, bro. You're a very, very positive guy. Give us your take on the game.
Hi. You can hear me?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Good evening.
Okay. Yeah. Evening, everybody. My thoughts on the game were that first half, I think Portsmouth tried to take it to us. I think his Lavelles was his name. He looked good. He tried to get in behind us, get crosses in and stuff. I did think we defended relatively well. They did have chances, nothing major in my opinion. But I think either they tired or I think we just stepped the quality up. I think Socrates' goal at the end of the half probably not killed them, but took it out of them a bit. But second half, I think it was all us. We passed it well. We created chances. They didn't really offer much in the second half. And I suppose in the way they got bigger fish to fry, they want to get back into the championship. And yeah, I think basically it was a professional performance. So we did what we needed to do to get the win. And yeah, I suppose with all the negativity around the club, I suppose it's good. Yeah, you'd expect us to beat a League Two team. Well, at Portsmouth are a big club and they probably shouldn't be down there. But, people would have expected us to win that game. And yeah, we did what we needed to do. And it's professional in the end.
So basically, professional usually means it was low shit. It was low shit. I mean, professional usually means it's low shit, and it's just a nice way of saying it was shit, basically. That's my opinion on the game. The first half, we couldn't keep the ball. Chris, I'm gonna have to get you out of here because there's a lot of sound interference, bruv. So I'm gonna have to get you out because the sound is terrible.
All right. Is that
You're a
better
bit
now?
soft as well, Sonny.
Do what?
Your sound.
It's not me. It's not me.
It's not you, but your sound is still soft.
Oh, is it? Unfortunately, we can't have that going on in the background. It's a lot better now. Is mine still soft as well?
No, it's all right now. Now it's a bit better. Now it's a bit better. Yeah.
Yeah. Basically for me, after Thursday night, to come out with that performance, especially in the first half, it was diabolical. And Thursday night, Arteta actually blamed the ball. So in his press conference, he blamed the ball. He said it's a different ball. Unless they was playing with American football, what difference what does the ball make? You know, the time before that, he blamed the rain and the conditions. Listen, Arteta, I do not want a manager who makes excuses. He came into Arsenal and his interviews were on point. He said he's going to be ruthless. He said he's going to chuck him out. And, all he's done is he starts to make life easy for them. Wax, why can't Arsenal play a game? Why can't Arsenal play 2 games in a week?
I don't know, man. There is something wrong with these players. They're lacking in every department. There's only two good players really, and that's Aubameyang and Saka. Obviously David. I can't say 2 good players actually. David Luiz. I think David Luiz has stepped up, and David Luiz has become the player that he's always been since Mikel Arteta's arrived. And there are 1 or 2 other players, but when it comes to the creative side of Arsenal, we're just not doing it anymore. We can't be that attacking force that we used to be. We just don't know how to drive and run at players anymore. And that's another thing we're lacking. I think most of our players need to grow some balls and be able to just know what they want to do when they get that ball instead of sideways passing and back passing. I mean, if you looked at Portsmouth today, every time Portsmouth got the ball, all they wanted to do.
Chris, is that your phone, bruv? Chris, is that your phone?
Yeah. Basically, when you see Portsmouth get that ball, all they wanted to do was move forward with the ball. They never looked to pass back or try and pass sideways. They just wanted to move forward. But as soon as Arsenal get the ball, they want to pass back. They want to hold the ball. David Luiz holds it. Pablo Marie holds it, passes it to the wing, passes it back. And it's like, I understand that you're trying to play this possession football. But if you ain't got the creative players in the midfield to open up defenses, there's no point trying to play possession football. It doesn't make any sense. We're just going to get... It just doesn't make any sense. And when teams realise that's our game plan, they close us down, they put pressure on us, we buckle under the pressure, lack concentration, and then next thing you know, we're conceding. And that's typical Arsenal.
That's right, what you say, because you know what they do it. It's the easy way out. It's very easy to give a sideways pass, a pass back, look over your shoulder, and give it back. It's negative. It's cheating. It's not real football. That's why our forwards, they do a lot of running. They don't get the ball. They probably give up after half the time.
Yeah.
It's so when they got to wait for that ball. You see if you're there, you see them make a run, they got to come back again. Make a run, come back. And really, we put ourselves under pressure by keeping the ball out defenders the whole time. It's the midfield is our problem. It's not the defence. I know we've got poor defenders, but the midfield, we haven't got a destroyer in midfield to stop the other teams from coming through, and B, we've got no one to get that ball quickly forward. And without that, we're just a 5-a-side team with 11 players, slow, quick, slow, and it must be very easy to defend against.
I've left Robin's comment up. He says, "Why so negative? We won the game and rested our main players. They look solid, especially second half." Well, basically, Robin, mate, we rested our main players. What for? What are we resting for? Basically, every team who is Champions League quality play 2 games a week. Arsenal players haven't played 2 games a week for the last 3 seasons. Has it got us any further up in the league? No, it hasn't. Does it do them any favours? No, it hasn't. They go away to Dubai and have a rest. Has it made any difference? No, they still play shit. You know, rest them, play them. You know, give them Frosties in the morning. Whatever you do to these players, it doesn't make a difference. They can't be coached. I said it before. They're not good enough. It's time to go in the summer. Get the whole lot of them out. They should have left them all in Dubai. For all I'm concerned, as far as I'm concerned. They embarrassed us on Thursday. You know, they had a night off tonight. Why have they had a night off? Why is Arteta now being easy on them? You know what? I'm going to give Arteta. Go on.
Sorry, Sonny. They had a night off on Thursday, didn't they? A lot of them.
Of course I did.
They didn't put it in on Thursday, did they?
Exactly.
Yeah. I know Drillers just said it again. Like he summed it up. Sonny, I don't want to hang you, but David Luiz just said in his post-match interview, we played amazing against Olympiacos and didn't deserve to lose. I don't know what game Arteta was watching, and I don't know what game David Luiz was playing in. But me as an Arsenal fan, I'm not accepting it no more. I sat there for 90 minutes a day tonight. I was bored stiff. There was nothing in that game. Would you go back and watch that game again? Would you watch the highlights again? Seriously.
Yeah, I mean, it just goes to show that at the end of the day, you know, when it comes to breaking teams down and when it comes to creating magic, we're lacking. We're not going to do it. If we can't do it against League One Portsmouth and take control of the game and really, demonstrate these qualities that we're meant to have, then what we're going to do against the teams in our own league? What we're going to do? You know, we're already struggling. We're 10th, 9th in the league. I mean, yeah, man, the performance. I don't know, like what. Obviously, yeah, Mikel Arteta's come in. He's sorted out the defense. He's kind of got us. He's kind of got a shape at the back. But going forward, what is he changing? What is he doing? That's what I want to know. Like, I want to see.
With going forward, some of our players can't hit a 5-yard ball.
Yeah.
That was disgraceful. 3 or 4 of our players kept like missing off. What are you doing? Just give it to him. We'll have a chance. Just keep missing it, falling over. Like someone didn't have studs in their boots. It really was knocking your head against a brick wall tonight. I'm very happy we won. Obviously, very happy we got through. Yeah. There are just certain players there that you think, where are they really going? In the big picture, are they good enough? And they ain't.
Do you know what? I think Easy Handers is hitting now on the head, right? It doesn't matter how much you want to spin it, right? How positive you want to be. If it's shit, it's shit, right? If it's shit, it's shit. You tell yourself, say it 1,000,000 times. If your eyes are seeing something different, you're not going to believe it. You're not going to believe it, are you? You know, let's just see if what it is. It was shit. We got through. We move on. Why can't we just call it as it is?
Yeah.
You know, why can't we just call it as it is?
You know what I'm surprised about? I want to go. I mean, Arteta, I'm glad we got him. Like I said, I am glad we got him. But the old question marks come up. Martinelli couldn't pick himself up the last 5 or 10 minutes. Why don't they bring him off? He's running. He ran himself into the ground. You know, we could contain Portsmouth. It wasn't. They weren't going anywhere either. And I was worried he was going to get injured the last 5 or 10 minutes. He could have brought anyone on, Lacazette, Pepper, anyone you fancy, and they'd have been okay. And that worries me with it. And also bringing on 2 substitutes with a few minutes to go. What are you doing that for? Give it 10 minutes at least. Otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah,
sorry.
That's another thing about Mikel Arteta. I think since he's been here, that's one thing he's done wrong is substitutions. I think there's been a few substitutions that have been wrong for us, and they've cost us the game. Whether we've, I mean, only drawed that game, but we could have won it, and that's down to the substitutions that I believe Mikel Arteta has made. Son, should we do some player ratings?
No, let's not even bother with player ratings.
No,
let's not even bother. You know what? Let's just talk about the FA Cup a minute. There's mixed opinion in the comments about the importance of the FA Cup and the importance of the FA Cup to Arsenal as a football club. You know, yeah, for you guys, is the FA Cup still a big competition? For me, it's like an add-on. You know, I'll have an FA Cup with a top 4 finish, or you know, a league title, or qualify for the Champions League, whichever way you do it. But for me, FA Cup on its own for me at the moment, it's not big enough for me no more.
You know something, Sonny? I'll be honest with you. I'm a season ticket holder. If we get through to the final, I don't think I'm even going to bother. I don't think we will get through to the final, but I just won't bother. Honestly.
Why do you say that? Why do you say that, Melvin? I mean, you've been an Arsenal fan for 125 years.
Yeah, I know. Number one, the FA Cup proves nothing anymore. It's been diluted. Let's face it.
Yes.
That's number one. Number two, it doesn't mean anything. It used to. It doesn't mean anything because I know that if Arsenal win the FA Cup, the board will go. You know what, boys? We're fine. We don't have to buy anybody. We've won the FA Cup. So instead of spending X, we're going to spend a fifth of X. And everyone will be happy because you've got that cup. And that's why I won't be going.
Do you know what? I think Havoc, he's making some brilliant points tonight, you know. Havoc was making some brilliant points. Bro, listen, if you ever want to come on the podcast, hit me up, yeah. I'm gonna put my Twitter handle down here. Because you're speaking some sense, bro. Seriously, you're speaking some proper sense. The FA Cup only means something if you're Spurs now. If you haven't won a trophy, you know, if the last trophy you won was like against Spoon Race at the Scouts, you know, the FA Cup don't mean nothing no more.
That's very true because look at Wigan, Coventry, Wimbledon, clubs like that. That's all they ever
What's
won,
going on, guys?
And that's why it's so important to them. It shouldn't be important to a club like Arsenal, but some people think it is.
The kid, just come to you quickly. I don't know whether you want to stay on or not, or you've got things to do tonight. Just quickly to you, and then just decide what you want to do.
Yeah.
Bro, does the FA Cup mean anything to you, right?
Honestly,
I can hear that dinner sizzling in the background. I don't want to burn your food.
Honestly,
my headphones. Go on,
guys. The Premier League is the cake. The Champions League is the icing. The FA Cup is the cupcake on the side. Realistically, you don't really go out and battle and say I want to win the FA Cup this year. You say I want to go win the league, I want to win the Champions League, and at best you say, oh, even top four has become more valuable than the FA Cup. The FA Cup has lost its value. Cup competitions in general in all the leagues have lost their value due to the fact that there's no actual incentive of winning it.
bro. Joe, we don't want to be negative against Arteta, right? But this ain't 1-on-1s just because I want Unai Emery to go. I'm not going to say nothing about Arteta, but the bloke has been pissed me off.
How do you piss you off?
And he's getting under my skin. He's getting a bit too early for that as well, because I didn't want to have no opinion till next season. But there's things he's doing, there's things he's saying there. I've got Arsene Wenger all over it, and that's not Arsene Wenger, good Arsene Wenger. That was bad Arsene Wenger. So it's, you know, blaming the football, blaming the weather, saying the type of the players were exceptional when they were clearly they weren't. I'd rather he just threw him under the bus and be honest like he was when he first came in.
But he did say it was unacceptable after the loss against Olympiacos. And we won today, but
then he goes and rests them all, bruv. Then he goes and rests them all.
But today, let's be honest, I deserve money back for watching that on TV. Like that was pathetic. Honestly, I fell asleep after Eddie Nketiah's goal, and if I woke up, missed the whole entire game, and I didn't miss anything.
James, none of us are turning the FA Cup away. It's just that the fact that we've underachieved so much, right? If we finish outside the top 4 or 5 this season and we get an FA Cup, what does it actually mean? Not a lot.
That we get into Europa League. That's it.
Yeah, we get in Europa League, but I mean that we need to because you have to think we might not even make it in the league. We might not even make it in the league into Europa League, so we've got to keep our options open right now, and the FA Cup's one of them.
You know what? Would it be a bad thing if Arsenal didn't qualify for Europe altogether? You know, all the Arsenal fans are saying that they're tired of this. So
you know what? The last top team that didn't qualify for European football back a couple of years ago, what did they do last season?
They won it.
Yeah, but they also won it. They won it the year before that. They had that bad season, didn't they? Chelsea.
Yeah, but look at Liverpool. Liverpool didn't qualify also a couple of years back, and then the next year they went back into Europa League. Then the next year they went into thing. So it's honestly it could be the stepping stone that kicks us on, getting back into giving us a kick in the ass.
No, League 66 has made a good point. Okay, so it's interesting how Man City players and fans celebrated on Sunday. Yet we think we're too good for the FA Cup. Snobbery at its worst. Very true, but it had such a low appeal that game. I didn't even bother watching it. Right?
Me neither.
And also, they've probably forgotten about it by today.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but unless Arsenal's in the League Cup, I don't watch it.
Players that stood out for you today. Anyone stand out for you? Pablo Mari. You know, for me, the guy's clearly not fit, and he looks a long way from being fit. That he was blowing like Mia Khalifa. You know, he took the guy came out of customs quicker than he got out of his penalty box.
Guys, let's talk
The only
about
thing
this.
that was good about him, he didn't have to defend a lot, but I thought his distribution was quite good.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this. The club has mugged us off again. We got fooled. They signed 2 players for less than 10 million, and neither of them are going to contribute to the remainder of the season. They might as well have not signed anybody.
Yeah. You know, but the thing is, you know, sometimes you need to put a dummy on a stretcher, just so you can tell the club that you need to buy a new stretcher for the changing room. You know, sometimes they got to put something on there. So maybe that's why they've done it. Maybe they get tax rebate by buying an injured player. Who knows?
Yeah, we have serious issues, man. When we have a striker who doesn't want to kick the ball, but he wants to head the ball that's near his foot, what are you going to do?
Yeah, David Luiz gets man of the match. You know, we're playing Portsmouth.
Yeah, that's what I said.
We're playing Portsmouth, and David Luiz gets man of the match. You got Martinelli, the next big hope. Didn't have a great game really. He's been off the ball for a few games. Really, maybe because Arteta took him out when he was playing well. Don't do that. Why kill him? He's playing well. He's at the top of his game. Let the guy play. When he runs out of steam, then you take him out. He had so much to offer before they took him out.
The only thing you could take away from the game, what is it?
Take away from the game.
That we won.
Just another
I
night.
think he'd been hard on Martinelli, Sonny. I thought he had a decent game against the rest of the rubbish. But I thought
Nelson had a good game.
Oh, his crossing was poor. Apart from the goal, the rest of his crossing, the easier crossing they could have done, he messed up. I thought.
I was speaking to somebody on the phone, and they go to me, Nelson should go on loan. You know what I said? I said Nelson should go to prison. You know, I thought it was terrible.
For what?
It's terrible. I don't think it was that great. Yeah, he done so good. But when you think, right, Reece Nelson was our biggest hope a couple of seasons ago.
That's true. Yeah.
Really was our biggest hope. Above Smith Rowe, head and shoulders above Maitland-Niles. He was the man who was going to be our next £100 million footballer.
Yeah, exactly.
And he ain't that.
He was in the same breath of Jadon Sancho. And look where Jadon is right now.
And now he's Jadon Sancho's side piece. You know, he's the one who drives the car because Jadon Sancho can't be bothered. You know.
Yeah, man. These people running the club have not actually brought in anybody who's going to improve the team since they brought in Aubameyang. Every single signing they've brought in since Aubameyang, maybe you can count Leno, hasn't really contributed to help the team improve.
Joe Willock.
And that's the main issue.
Joe Willock, what's he bring to the team?
Nothing. He's not not good enough for this club. Even at League Cup level, even at whatever level, he's not good enough for this club. I'm sorry. If you play him, then you're playing with 10.5 men, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. He's squad depth, let's be honest.
You know, Eddie Nketiah, how do you see him go forward? Is he that fox in the box, or is he roadkill? What is he?
Play him over Lacazette. I'm sick of Lacazette right now.
He's not good enough, Eddie. He's not good enough.
It's not that he's not good enough. He's actually finishing around the box, where a lot of the chances other guys have been getting and falling to them during the league, they weren't finishing. This kid's just a good finisher. Give him his run. Let him play, because we have nothing to lose. This season is a write-off. We already know it. If we're actually going to try to compete for a top 4, top 5, it's not happening. Let's be real. It's actually depressing. Like, I'm sick and tired of it.
Lucas Ferreira, again, another one. He has 3 good games, and then he's gone off the map again.
He got injured, man. That's unlucky.
I'm not talking about just today. I'm not talking about just today. He's a good player. You know, don't get me wrong. He's a good player. He's a good DM, right? But like every other Arsenal player, when they have a good game, no one needs to be having good games. You know, if you look at Arsenal all needs to be playing well for someone to have a good game, right? To stand out. When they're not, no one really stands out. None of them.
There's no one to take the game into their own hands and just say, "Hey, I'm gonna drag you out and win this game for us." We don't really have that besides Aubameyang.
You know what? Have it. Honestly, one of the reasons why I just tipped you in the last few minutes. You know what? Olympiacos was saying. Olympiacos are taking the piss out of Arsenal. You know, they're actually coming out and taking the piss. You know, that's how much we've fallen. You know what though, guys? Wax is yawning, right? Wax, to wake you up, bro. To wake you up, right? I'm doing something special for you, right? To wake you up. Shout out your channel, bro.
Yeah, what is Melvin doing?
I'm taking notes.
Yeah, you see how it's come to life. Yeah, look, anyone think like I raised a girl for him? See how it's come to light. Go on.
No, I've been working hard, man. I'm mad tired, boy. But yeah, you can follow me at Wacky's World, man. Wacky D online, man.
Wacky D online, and that's your Twitter as well.
Yeah, man. That's my Twitter as well. No one even follows me on Twitter anyway. I need more followers.
I was gonna say, if you Google Wacky D, something else might come up. Be careful.
Military Gooner, you know, Military Gooner. That's a good point, Buff. That's a good point. You are the same fans who slated Gnabry, then turned around and asked the clubs why they said him. Well, I haven't said why didn't they sell him? Because to be honest with you, when we sold him, he was shit, right? It
was injury prone, isn't it? He was overweight as well.
Yeah, it was overweight. He weren't bothered. He was injury prone, and that's why we got rid of him. But the thing is, are we going to keep every player for the next 10 years to find out whether they're going to be good enough when they become a man?
This is what I'm saying. Do we have the time to even do that? I was saying, do we have 4 years to wait to see what Guendouzi turns into? We don't have that. We're not in the position that we're in. Do you know what I mean? If people want to wait to see what Guendouzi's got, then we need to loan him out. We need to bring someone else in, loan him out, give him 1 or 2 seasons out on loan, and then we can see where he's at then. If he's not good enough, then get rid of him. But right now, we can't afford to have Guendouzi or Joe Willock or these type of players in the first team if they're not doing anything. It doesn't make any sense if they're not ready. Bro, come on, man. It's just
you know what? A lot of Arsenal fans might be slating us going, "Oh, you're so negative, so negative." But look where we are now, and look where a club like Wolves are now.
Exactly.
Who would you pay money to watch if you want an Arsenal supporter? They've got quality players. They play with a definite style. They get the ball forward so quickly. They've got some terrific players. The manager, he seems to play all his funny old game. He plays them all in the right positions. I think, you know, it's the tables have turned between a club like ours and Wolves, and they didn't spend a lot of money. Wolves.
Do you know what?
Wasted more money than they've spent.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Right, watching Arsenal, right, is actually so boring. Right, doing a podcast on it is actually difficult. Right, you can have a load of cheerleaders behind me, a load of lady boys on my right, a load of porn stars on my left. Right, it'll still be boring because there's nothing to talk about. It was dead. It was dead.
Yeah.
I reckon some of the people that sit near me at the Emirates only come in for the halftime entertainment.
Exactly. Anyway, do you know what? We're going to wrap it up because you know what? It was dead, and I think all you lot need to go to bed because you got work tomorrow, right? We're going to be back Saturday for watch along for the West Ham game.
Yeah.
You know, and you know that's a game with a bit of meat on its bones. You know, it's a London derby. You know, so
West Ham
gets West Ham, and we need to slap them up.
What do you think? What do you think it's going to be on? What do you fancy? Saturday? Do you fancy a Saturday?
Mate, you know what?
How do you judge it? It's impossible.
Right, I'll say, right, this Arsenal team, right, after a defeat, they could go stick their head in a bowl of honey around a load of bees and there still won't be no reaction, right? So
West Ham are on form. Hey, what's going on, man?
You're freezing up here, Sonny.
I don't know. My internet's a bit mash up. So listen. Basically, let's go to Saturday then. We're doing a.
He's frozen up, isn't Turn the heat on.
Let's finish it now. Anyway, we'll see you on Saturday. Take care. We'll subscribe to TV Unfiltered. It's how the game is going tonight. Is that?